Welcome back, everybody. Let's play Nicktoons Unite for the GBA, the game that everyone seems to have basically forgotten about, possibly for a reason, quite happily. Why is the dang getting a cool, like, ghost background? Wait, since when do we know a Doomsday device exists? Thanks for your input, Jimmy. You really helped. Smug look on you. Go away. So, anyways, so it's kind of weird to say anyways because it's a new episode, but there's really no distinction between Jimmy and Timmy aside from their attacks. Like, anywhere that Jimmy's ability is required to get to, Timmy's is also required to get to, so it's not a good idea to have both Jimmy and Timmy with you at the same time most of the time. However, so you generally, I find I generally have some pairing of an attack capable character and a movement capable character. So I have Jimmy and Timmy, I have Danny and Timmy, Danny and Jimmy, or SpongeBob and Timmy and SpongeBob and Jimmy. One or the other. Also, we can switch characters immediately. Why? Because there's not much you can do here if you don't have the right character. Ba-ba! So, as to why I'm playing this game, still haven't quite figured that out, but if I really want to try to force it, I could say I'm trying to show just what happens with licensed games. And I guess you could put it this way. Earlier in my YouTube quote-unquote career, in lots of my earlier videos, I showed licensed games I had a very fond history with. Primarily, licensed games are actually pretty good, like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's legitimately a really good game, I feel. And many people do seem to agree. And then, I mean, why not present some of the less great at the same time, I suppose? And initially, when I started doing a lot of the Nicktoons stuff, was because I did the first Nicktoons game, Nicktoons Unite, because why am I playing as Timmy? Because I just wanted to show where Nicktoons Attack the Toybots came from, because Attack the Toybots was a game that I thought was good. Even though I didn't think Unite was particularly enjoyable in most ways. And then I just moved on to Globs of Doom. Well, no, and I did all Battle for Volcano Island because I thought it was honestly pretty fun. But then I showed Globs of Doom because I wanted to show what killed the Nicktoons series that had otherwise become pretty okay. Well, I actually messed up the order on there. Volcano Island came after original Nicktoons Unite. Anyways, that being said, so I specifically showed the second, I specifically showed Globs of Doom to show a game that didn't go as well. I have a feeling I might have missed something. If you feel you missed something, go back and check because it's way better wasting that time than it is wasting way more time having to go back and backtracking when you don't know where anything is that you missed. Is something over there I can get to? Seems not. Hey. Come on. Always make sure your partner's with you. I guess I got everything over here though. If you say so, game. But you don't. Could you stop? Thank you. And then there are two things. At that point, I had pretty much just played so many Nicktoons games that I kind of figured I might as well show all of them. So I just kind of kept going. I forgot Timmy's attack takes so long to execute too. Ugh. That's not a big problem with it. That's probably why it's so hard to use it without getting hit yourself. So I just started playing the titles that were less known, that were on portable systems. Because I kind of figured why not, but at the same time, and I was largely just curious at the same time. But then part of it was, I guess, just to show what else there was. I don't feel like, I guess, because I decided to show what killed the Nicktoons series on my to me is amazing for destroying spawners. Just go inside and blow the whole thing up. Because I figured if I was going to show what killed the series, I might as well show the rest of the ups and downs of the series. Which is primarily downs when it comes to the portable games, but hey, when it's actually nice, like Attack of the Toybots for the DS, hey, might as well show it. And show that it is nice. You have Attack of the Toybots for the gameplay, which is another matter, but still, you get what I'm saying, well, expect at least. I love these animations. Fist! You just run with a sparkling fist, it's amazing. This guy aim point, there's a 2 in 3 chance whenever you come across any character-specific obstacle that you actually have the character you need for it. It's pretty convenient. Glowing fist everywhere. Up, down, up, fist. You can wiggle the fist too, it's amazing. Oh, sometimes I can shoot with the fist. Hey. Anybody? Wiggle my fist at you. There we go. Oh, you have to hit to open it again. I see. I never really noticed that. I was just kind of wailing on whenever I saw the things. Hey. Alright. I feel I've explained that reasonably well, or at least I probably that was explained to myself, not just to you guys, because I wasn't quite sure why I've been playing so many Nicktoons games. It's not like it's just that I've run out of content to play otherwise. In fact, I have something I've been working on for quite a lot of time. It's starting this very weekend as well. I have other things planned for future alongside that. It's not for a want of other things to do, it's just... It's to a degree how it worked out, but... You don't really see any reason to want to upgrade or get the full meter for this thing. For Danny's, phase shift or whatever. Come on. Now, something I mentioned earlier, I think it was last episode actually. I believe it was. So did Danny just not always have a D on his chest? Something I'm pondering, and I might be completely wrong on this because memory is something really dumb that can be altered in ways that it shouldn't. But for some reason I distinctly remember noticing that in some... Oh, thanks. In earlier episodes of the Danny Phantom series, Danny... Oh, thanks, Danny. Oh, what? You jerk. Actually, there's a little trick I found out. One moment. A little digression. There we go. Triple jump. Come on, good time, right? How can I not do it now? I just got here by doing it. Basically, once you switch characters, you can do another double jump. Sometimes? Yeah, like that. It's not really helpful in any real way, but it's interesting to be able to know what you can do, I guess. Enemies. Let's get there are 3 enemies. All should be well. Can I actually switch one go? Oh, I can't. I'm just starting to. Anyways, back on that D. I remember in earlier episodes of the show, I may be wrong here, Danny actually didn't have the D on his chest in the opening, in the title sequence. Little music sequence. I might be... I don't know if I'm remembering it or not. If I remember it correctly or not. And maybe it's because Danny just didn't have the D on his chest earlier in the series. I don't know if it was added on to his chest, like in plot in some episode, or if it was just something that they randomly decided to start drawing him with at one point. Because that would explain why... Oh, here we go. I was wondering why I'd lead back up to Danny. So that would explain why Danny wasn't drawn with a D on his chest in the original box art of the original Nicktoons Unite, which was eventually fixed, if I remember right. But what they never did fix was the D not being on Danny's chest on the start screen. It's all just me trying to recall things, though. And that explained Danny having no D on his chest anywhere in this game. Which would probably imply this game was made earlier. Or maybe they just didn't care to try to fix anything in this game. I would not be surprised given some certain other things, but that's just a feeling. Little do the heroes know, Vlad has transformed his castle to Amity. Guess that wasn't too noticeable, just giant frickin' floating castle in the sky. It wasn't really a big deal, I just kinda, I don't know, put the keys in ignition, started up the float engine, and drove it away. That guy, you know who Vlad is? Alright, Mr. I don't believe in ghosts. So yes, I will be doing, I will not be dedicating episodes to boss fights because there is really no reason to do such a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot the way Vlad works. So Vlad, he basically clones himself. There's a real Vlad and a not real Vlad, essentially. Oh, I guess it's a good idea to have Jimmy with you here, because he gets flying stuff on the top left, or on the left, I don't know why. But anyways, so there are two copies, one is real, one isn't. Kind of. Well, which one is real switches, basically. And then one will poof. And it starts again. Those are. Yeah, this was totally... You contributed so much to that, Jimmy. Thank you. Skulkar, that's relevant. Anyways. So that being said, that will be it for this episode. Let's play Nicktoons Unite for the GBA. Odd game that everyone seems to have forgotten. Perhaps rightfully so. Bye guys, see you guys next time when we go out into Bikini Bottom, the place that, of course, everyone wishes to see here. Bye guys.